Chi Creation, Love and Light, Part 3. So, when the sun rises, it leaves its reflection on the ocean surface. And when it sets, it reunites with its reflection. So, it's almost like throughout the Origins of Life series, we spoke about how the sun comes over, how its light, its energy, life force from that allows life to exist here. So, like here, we see that micro to the macro. I used it in my first series. We can see how it becomes the whole. We can see how it's like a representation of the sun as well. And also the trees. You see the roots, how it grows up out of the seemingly ground-like area. And how all that is all one in that kind of sense as well. So as it grows, all this shrinks down and becomes part of the whole. So we've got the first 18 days of an embryo, a chicken embryo. So it's like the sunset. So as the sun leaves its reflection, so again here, in the butterfly, we're seeing patterns like this. In the butterfly with a star kind of patterns. So we've got the eye inside it all as well. So like the sun, it's got that black spot. How that becomes like the transparent area, you can see through it. So like that's why the functionality of the eye kind of connects with that. So like the orangeness of the sun there in that kind of way. And it looks like it's got a smiley face. Can you see that? So another development of chicken. Again, how we see when we look at stars, is that it looks broken and transparent and all those kind of things. We're going to look at some in a second and stuff like that, maybe next episode. And you can see like the development of it, the expansion and contraction in that kind of sense. The dark spot in the middle. And this one's got like the cat eye shape in the Vesica Pisces before it turns into the chicken. It's again like that, what we see in the butterfly rings. Development, because it got bigger, it got more developed and more lines coming off it, and it's like I couldn't really call it a wave anymore. You can relate to cymatic patterns, but I mean that's all part of it. I mean you can see the wave in terms of like waves connecting to waves, all that kind of thing. Oh yeah, so you got your black with your either white or transparent outside. So you got your white ones as well. This is also frog spawn. It's an off-white. It's slightly yellowed up. My phone's picking it up though. No. And this one might do better. again, this one looks like the sun. It looks like it's got sunspots. It's a shame it's bright. Again, it's like an off yellow, so it's not white. It's got a slight yellow tinge to it and stuff. Like, I just get really closer. Even though it's blurry, it's just so you can see dots more than else. Like the difference of them and stuff. And it comes in a line, so like your wave, each tooth of a wave becomes its own wave. So with that, it's got its own prog span in between each one. So they're yellow, a brighter yellow. So again, you get your tear shape for your yin yang, and your eyes. So you've got two suns in that kind of sense and stuff. Not that we've got two suns. We've got one sun, but it's split itself, so we can perceive it in many aspects, in a sense. Like we see the reflection of the sun on the water. We're seeing two suns there, but we've not got two suns. So it's in that kind of respect. We've got all these chakras. They're all the same thing, but in different frequencies. So like we're that prism in that kind of sense. We're existing in the prism. So we've got the sun. It's like we looked at the fish. We were like one message that they showed us, and that crest, that wave, in that kind of sense. And it's like on all fish, or nearly all of them. It probably is all on all of them, but it's difficult to see sometimes. It seems to be like on all creatures as well. You've got the line that comes behind your eye, and I kind of think that's like the same as what was on the chest of the fish and stuff like. But for the cockatiel, for this one, the most important message is the sun. And also, the same location as a frog's ear, so it's eye, it's ear, and so in the same sense of where the shape goes and stuff. So you have your grey cockatiels, and you can see wave crashing on its wing. So like the wave, where the wing turns, where the wave turns, where it gets its shape from, how it's able to lift, which we've covered in previous episodes. I need to zoom in. It's so I can get to the next picture. More fish eggs. I just showed you some fish eggs in the previous episode, but these ones are it's like a boiled egg, you know, that kind of colours. Strong yellow with white around it. So we've got actual eggs. The flowers, how they represent the sun. And look like eggs sometimes. So sunflower, and you got that black area in its centre. So you know, we can relate that. You know what I mean, with the consciousness. So you got it again there. And this is where all the life comes from. So like all this, the pollen and all that kind of stuff. All the colours as well. It's like all the yellow, and then you know it's going to this dark colour and stuff. Another aspect is we see the sun like that white light, you know, but from animals they might see it differently. Flowers might be able to actually see as well, you know. It's like a spiritual sight. So if you can remote view, then why can't flowers? You know, they've got that connection. They're connected to the heart-brain network of the earth and the ocean. So it's already connected to source. It's like, it's got access to Akashic records, so it probably can, remote view in a sense. I probably didn't even need to, because it's already got the knowledge and information. So you see the roll of a wave, so how the petals create that roll. So a lot of animals have their ears like that as well. So we've got the depth in that kind of sense, like his pupil. So sun colours, so depth of that black. And chicken eyes. So you can see like the colour, you can see the detail, you can see where the black area is. My phone don't like it, does it? It keeps blinking. But we've got a few of these anyway. Same one, but I went back, so because it was zoomed in too fast, so we were getting blurry like that kind of thing. Like, but you see on the edges and stuff, you can see that discoloration, how it changes. Oh, I can't zoom in that one. So, like I said, we've got to kind of reconsider what we're seeing, with the night sky and that kind of sense and stuff. Seeing it as the spiritual realm, not seeing it as physical matter, not seeing it as a scorching sun. Yeah, it does. There's a lot of heat come from it, but it's not like that physical left brain way of thinking and stuff. Let's include that dome. It's kind of clear, so it's got one aspect to it. But you can see like the shine on the glassiness of the eye, so it's already got like a relevant dome side to it anyway. But again, you look at the fieriness of the eye and how it connects to that black area. It's a shame my phone don't like it. That's good, it's got it now. You can see like white. It's like the brightness. So it's the sun's white, isn't it? It's not actually yellow, apart from when you see it through atmosphere and stuff. This is red, a very deep red, despite what my phone's picking up. So like you got sunset as well. You can see a bit of yellow on the edge as well, kind of thing. But for obviously the pupil, it's the windows to the soul. It's the connection to your heart, in a sense. When you look into somebody's eyes, you've got that aspect of things. So it's like that spark of consciousness that we all share, and we can relate to it. So that's why we relate to anything living in that kind of way. It's again like the brightness of it. It makes it look like the black areas are curved. I mean, like you got the glass area over it, and stuff like. But I don't know. There's a lot of things. It kind of makes you consider that, like, like the pictures of Earth when it's got a hole and stuff like, is that relevant? There's quite a few things it makes you kind of consider and stuff. So here we've got that split, the sun. We spoke about it being a reflection, but if we consider it as part of a realm, so like that's part of a torus field in a sense. So you got your one circle, your other circle, and then when it overlaps, it makes the Vesica Pisces in the middle. So that's where consciousness would be. And then it repeats this pattern when you're in this consciousness. So if you stand at the ocean, you see the sun setting, and then that's what you're seeing, the sun and its reflection. So even it's like, it's symbolic way of existing. It's like, it's like a message in a way. So flowers, you've got the yin yang, not yin yang. You got the sun. You see all the orange glow and the black of the consciousness of it, and then it's got like a face, pareidolia thing going on, which pansies do too. This one's more important because you got like all your lines. So this is like the waves which kind of come crashing out. We saw it on the butterfly on last episode, how it leaves those tails behind it. And then you got the sun setting, and that's your reflection. So we cut it in half and stuff. I suppose like that. Let's say you got that half, and then that's with a reflection. So your horizon line is your sun reflecting, your waves, it's just splashing out, and that's your perspective lines going into the distance, your vanishing point. So again, like the first series, we touched on these and seeing like how life came from the trees. So now we're seeing that again, but this time it's got a different narrative. Well, not a different narrative, but it's got more to it. So you got the sun, you see it reflecting. So we see how the face is, the face is built up, but at the same time, we're seeing the structure and shape of the realm's expression, why it's chose to do these patterns and stuff. The communication of the sun and the ocean. So some look like lions. Again, you got your, we split it for his horizon line. So again, another lion looking flower, but also like some sort of sun god. So another one. You can see like the burst of the sun in a sense and stuff like that. I don't know if I missed that on the previous ones. So like that one, it's like all the glow from the sun. We discussed them because this is a wave. You can see like you got the split part, that tunnel. So you got a nostril on each side, the waves coming over, and then you got the other wave. But it's also the sun, so that's like it's matched that pattern. You got the sun and the wave; they both make the pattern, so they all kind of match up and make pairs in a way. So we've got it here. There's how the eyes of a sun. It looks a bit like a bird. I don't know if my phone does it justice properly. Oops, it's super tiny. So again, you got your sun. It depends where you are. It's like it looks like I'm below the equator, so it's coming over that way. It's got that angle to it, or that type of thing. So again, we've got bone shapes. We're getting the same patterns and stuff. So I might as well turn it on. So, like the sun's path. And so when we get like sycamore seeds and stuff like that kind of thing, we're seeing why that kind of pattern goes out. And so the sun's path, it's reflected. So again, turn it A, and you've got it that way. So you've got the sun's path coming up. It's like the perspective lines of it and stuff. It doesn't have to just go that way. It can come in from. I'm coming to that. Yeah. So in that same sense, you've got perspective lines this way. And so you see the tail of the sun, and then now the glow of the sun, and then it meets. It's down here, and then because that one's like in center, that's like your horizon line. So your horizon line meets with that point, and it goes to the reflection of the sun's path. It's copied in water, and then it all meets into one. Which concludes this episode. There's quite a lot I wanted to talk about. There's quite a few things. Like I don't know. Sometimes I forget what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. So when I was discussing this, I said we're all in domes. A thing that I've failed to add is it's because we're all the same thing. That's why that's got a dome, because we're all the same dome. You know what I mean? But it's split, but it's all the same thing anyway. So yeah, I had a lot more of other things. I've got another episode yet, so you know it might all get covered in there and stuff like that. But so I'll leave it at that for now. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.